Hello everyone, it's Becca from Becca Books and Bujo, and today we are playing my deck of TBR game for the month of October. I'm so excited to play my game for October, and I'm doubly excited because I am combining my prompts from Deck of TBR with the prompts that I get for Becca's Spookoplathon, which is her Bookoplathon readathon. Wow, how many times can I say a thon? But because it's in October, she wanted to make it spooky themed, and so she called it Spookoplathon. Anyway, we'll get to my rules after I tell you how September went. So I had 5 books that I picked for my September deck of TBR. For the prompt contemporary, I chose The Collected Regrets of Clover, and I literally have 50 pages left, so I will finish that before the end of the month. I'm recording this quite early, a week and a half early, so you'll see that I think I'm going to complete all of these, but we shall see. Then I had a short story collection, and I chose Love and Color by Bolu Babalola. Again, I have like a fourth left of the book. It's so easy to read because they're short stories, so it's easy to just get through one story at a time whenever you have a chance. So I will be finishing that before the end of the month. Then we got Bomb Book, and so I had to read A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. I haven't read it yet. I haven't started it yet, but it's my next audio book, and I can get through audiobooks pretty quickly, so I'm going to say that I will finish it. Next, what's the next one? I had to choose a book that I think would make me cry, and for that I chose The Things We Do for Love by Kristen Hanna, and I haven't started it yet, but it's my next physical read after I finish Clover. So again, I think I can finish these two in a week and a half. Maybe I'm being too optimistic, but I think I can. And lastly, I had a book of the month choice, and I picked The Heart Principle by Helen Huang, and I did read that. So technically, I've only finished one. These two I should finish within a day or two, and then I could finish the next two. Anyway, okay, so I'm not going to take a reward spin or a punishment spin because I think the way I'm going to play my game in October is almost punishment enough, and let me explain why. For my deck of TBR game, I normally draw 5 cards, which correspond to 5 prompts on my board. For Bookoplathon, Becca suggests 5 rolls. And so I am going to try to combine the prompt that I get from my deck of TBR game with the prompt that I get with my Spookoplathon spins, I should say. See if I can combine them into one book. If I can, great, I get one book. If I can't, I have to pick a book for each prompt. So the lowest amount of books I could get on this TBR is 5. The highest I could get is 10. Crazy. So I think that is punishment enough. Again, it's all reading. It's fun. There's no stress in reading, right? I say almost stressed. No, just kidding. So if I can combine the prompts with these 2 games, great, I'll do it. If not, I'll pick 2 books, one for each prompt for Deck of TBR and for Spookoplathon. I hope I explained that correctly. I don't know what I really have to read this month. Do I have any plans? I mean, Spookoplathon, that's the readathon I'm taking part in. For the readathon that Whitney hosts, she's from Tibra's Den. She hosts Genreathon, which she gives us a genre for every month of the year, and this month it was horror, and I have a book in mind for that, and we'll see if I can get it. Also for Kayla from Books and Lala's Buzzword Challenge, it's magic words, and I think with a spooky readathon, I should be able to get a magic word in one of my books. We'll see. I also want to read mysteries and thrillers because it's spooky season, and I also have to get to these books will self-destruct because they will self-destruct at the end of November, which means I have 2 months to read 4 remaining books on that stack of books, so we'll see. Okay, so I say I've got no plans for October. Yes, I have plans, but we'll see how the plans work with my games. Games plural because there's 2 games. Okay, let's just quick fix this. The Bomb Book. Remember, we had A Little Life on here, and hopefully I can remove this Bomb Book completely from my game because I will read it by the end of September. Can't even say words. Normally I pick my bond book out of a bag, but I'm going to put this book because I'm almost hoping, I am hoping to get it on my TBR. That is House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. That is the horror book I'm hoping to read. I am so nervous to read this book, but also very excited. I think it's the perfect horror book to read in spooky season. Here's to hoping I get a Joker. Will I ever say that again? Probably not, but we'll see. Anyway, the board is full, so we get to do our first draw. I'm gonna shuffle the cards up just to make sure they are fully shuffled, randomized, and let's do draw number 1. Okay, got it. I got the Joker. Okay. Well, I wanted it, right? I did. Here it is, this chunker of a book. May not look like it, but it's 600 plus pages and like crazy weird like this has nothing on it. But this has like 2 books worth of text on either page. Okay, anyway. Got the Joker. What a day. Okay. My first book on the TBR. But can this be combined with my Spookoplathon prompt? Probably unlikely, but let's see what prompt I get. Roll number 1. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Feed scroll. According to Becca's rules for the feed scroll, you're supposed to open up a social media of your choice and scroll until you see a book you haven't read and either own or have access to. So that's what I'm going to do. The odds that it is House of Leaves are very unlikely, but you know, the odds of drawing the Joker were also unlikely. So let's see. Don't know what the September house is. Shatter Me, I've already read. Oh. Okay, Jane, it's you again. It's gonna be Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. And I don't know if I'm saying that author name correctly. I hope so. That's definitely making me get to a book that I wouldn't have gotten to. So that's great. Let's put the Joker back in. Not that I'm not gonna draw it again. I can't. I mean, I suppose I could put another bond book on there, but I'm already gonna have almost 10 books on my TBR. Don't make me do it. Don't make me. Okay. Card number 2 is a 6 of spades. A reread? Are you kidding me? All right, let's see what Spookoplathon gives me. Roll number 2. 12. Chance. Chance? No. Nope. Nope. There are no rereads in my TBR jar, which is what I was planning on doing for chance cards. In this case, what are books that I've said, oh, I really want to reread this if I ever get a chance? I can't, my mind is blank. I had a genius idea and decided to look to my middle grade shelves because those are easy to read. And it's been a while since I've read some of these middle grade books, since I was maybe a middle grader. Anyway, I reread Chasing Vermeer by Blue Balliet last year for middle grade March, and I decided I might as well pick up the sequel, which is The Right Three by Blue Balliet and illustrated by Brett Hellquist. This should be pretty... I was looking for this bookmark. Oh, that makes me so happy. I don't know how that happened. Okay. I found the bookmark that I've been looking for years. Middle grade March. Years. Since March. Well, that's fun. I'm going to just leave it right in there because I'm going to get to this. And it's a fun, easy mystery. I literally have not read this since it probably came out, but I really like the characters in this series. It's more than a duology. I didn't realize that there were more, but there are pictures along the way which maybe hold clues, like Chasing Vermeer did. I can't remember. Yeah, I'm actually okay with this reread. But then we've got to do the Spookoplathon prompt, which is chance. And I decided that chance would be my TBR jar. I get no choice. This one. The Immortalists. You know, that wasn't in the plans, but it's magical realism, and I feel like it gives me fall spooky season vibes because this person, or these 4 people, go to someone who can predict the day that they die. So that sounds kind of spooky, and I know that it's like magical realism-y. So, okay, that could have gone better, but it could have gone a whole lot worse. So, 4th book from only 2 prompts that could have been, yeah, I'm not going to do the math anymore. 4 books. Book number 4 on the TBR. This is crazy. Okay, let's replace the 6 of spades with nonfiction. Let's not get that one again. Put the 6 of spades back in the deck and shuffle. I'm just proud that I got the one book I wanted to read in October, House of Leaves, on this stack. Everything else is just extra. Now my goal for the next 3/6 prompts that I get is actually combining the prompts into one book. We'll see. We'll see if it'll happen. Okay. Next card is a 3 of clubs. A random color. Okay, let's get the color first, and then we'll go to our Spookoplathon prompt. I'm gonna do it 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Black. Signal black. Do you see that? Okay. Black should work. Let's see what my Spookoplathon prompt is. Roll number 3. 11. Community shelf. So Becca says that community shelf cards are supposed to be other prompts that you decide on. And because I have a whole board of other prompts, we might as well use one of them. So we're just gonna pick the next card, but it doesn't work because it's a jack. Does it work because it's a book of the month? No, I'm gonna say it has to be one of these prompts because I'm terrible. How fitting. The Joker and black would have worked great for House of Leaves. Okay, this is just chaos. 8 of hearts. Let's see what it is. Color in the title. So it has to be a black book, but also have a color in the title. Let's see what I can find. I unintentionally found the right book. I just saw the word black, and it happens to have black on the cover. This is Black Widows by Kate Quinn. The tagline is, Blake's dead. His wife killed him. The question is, which one? Oh, polygamist Blake Nelson built a homestead on a hidden stretch of land, a raw paradise in the wilds of Utah, where he lived with his 3 wives. Rachel, the first wife, obedient and doting to a fault, with a past she'd prefer to keep quiet. Tina, the rebel wife, everything Rachel isn't, straight from rehab and the Vegas Strip. And Emily, the young wife, naive and scared, estranged from her Catholic family. The only thing they had in common was Blake, until all 3 are accused of his murder. Dun dun dun! It's a thriller. It's one that I think my mom has lent to me. This is on my borrowed books shelf of my TBR cart. So great, I'll be getting a borrowed book off of my shelves and back to the person who actually owns it. And I combined the prompts, which oddly both had color in them. Weird. And the color I got is the color that I put in the title. It's like Inception. Okay. We have 2 prompts we need to replace. First, the what did I draw first? the 3 of clubs. So that's bought used, which is all of my books. And the 8, this one, has to have the or of in the title. All right. Putting both the 3 and the 8 back in the deck. And this is draw number 4. Well, yeah, draw number 4 for book number 6. Let's hope my luck continues with combining prompts. Okay, a 2 of clubs, an adaptation. Let's see what the Spookoplathon prompt is. Roll number 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A big book, greater than 500 pages. A big book. That is an adaptation. Interesting. Yes, found it. I found it. This is definitely not spooky vibes whatsoever, but it's one I need to read because it will self-destruct, and I've heard that I can't let it self-destruct. That's The Help by Catherine Stockett. This is just over 500 pages with 530. Yeah, 530. And this is definitely an adaptation. I've seen the movie, but it was so long ago that I can barely even remember what the story is. So, yay! I'm actually happy about this one. It'll be, I mean, maybe lighter isn't the right word, because I think they're dealing with some pretty heavy stuff in the South with racism, but maybe lighter than my mysteries. Historical's great. I love historical fiction. Awesome. That one really worked in my favor. I'm feeling lucky today. Should go to the casino. Okay, replacing that prompt with female author. And let's put the 2 of clubs back in. I'm actually excited, you guys. Okay. Draw number 5 for what could be the last book I add on my TBR. We shall see. Okay. A 10 of diamonds. On the board, it is a BIPOC author. That's promising. We could definitely mix that with another prompt. Let's see what we get for Spookoplathon. Roll number 5. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're burning the witches even if you aren't one. So I gotta be honest, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, which is all of these train station themes, but they're burning the witches even if you aren't one is from I Did Something Bad. Okay. And Becca's interpretation is read a book featuring witches, the occult, I don't know what that is, cults or rituals. Feel free to open to interpretation. Feel free to be open to interpretation, I assume is what she means. Okay, so I'm a little bummed because I got some witchy books that I was hoping to use, but they're both by white authors, which is okay. I have to broaden my horizons a little bit. The other book I actually put on hold at my library because of this whole witch prompt was The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. Did I get that title right? Yes, and this is by Sangu Mandana, and she was originally born in India. She currently lives in England, but she would be considered a BIPOC author, a person of color. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I think this is a witchy romance, I hope, because a romance in this pile would be phenomenal. And it's perfect because witch is a magic word, which will fit into my buzzword. Things are just in my favor today. Although we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books on my TBR, which is more than usual. And a lot of them are more than 400 pages, 2 of them over 500 pages. Let's go through them. My first pick of the night was a Joker, which is my bomb book, and so I'll be reading House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. I wanted it. I can't be mad about it. And then my first Spookoplathon prompt was Feed Scroll, and I got something that's not here. Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Then my second draw got me the prompt Reread, and I'll be rereading The Right 3 by Blue Balliot. And my Spookoplathon prompt was a chance, and I drew The Immortalists from my TBR jar. Next, I got to combine my prompts finally. Dropping books. And I got a random color generator, black, and the community shelf prompt was color in the title. So I chose Black Widows by Kate Quinn for that prompt. Then for draw number 4 and roll number 4, I got an adaptation from my TBR game, and I got a big book, over 500 pages, from Spookoplathon, so I chose The Help by Catherine Stockett. And lastly, for my 5th draw, I got the prompt BIPOC author, and Spookoplathon gave me a witchy prompt, and for that I'm choosing The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. Hooray! I'm excited! It's pretty creepy. We've got horror, mystery, thriller, magical realism, an adaptation in there, a witchy book. I'm excited for what October brings. I'm jumping out of my comfort zone a little bit, definitely with House of Leaves and the witchy book. I would say that spooky vibes are not normally for me, so when I first saw Becca's Spookoplathon announcement, I wasn't super excited, but now I'm excited. I think it should be good. The prompts from her game really worked out for any kind of genre reading. I'm happy I didn't get some of the more obscure prompts. So I am looking forward to this month of reading. Let me know in the comments if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. If you think I will like them, let me know. It'd be great to have some bookish conversation with you in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video on your way out. Consider subscribing to my channel if you would like to see more bookish and bullet journaling content from me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.